On Friday, France grounded a flight carrying 303 Indian passengers. It was coming from the UAE, headed for Nicaragua. It stopped in France for a technical stopover, but authorities grounded the plane. They believed several passengers on board were victims of human trafficking. An investigation later, the passengers have been allowed to leave. They will land in Mumbai tonight, but some of them have stayed back in France. They want asylum. Reports say these passengers were trying to migrate illegally. They were flying to Central America to cross into the United States through the Mexico border. Here's a report.
On Friday, a chartered flight was headed to Nicaragua. It was flying from the UAE. But at France, it decided to make a stop, a technical stopover. So the plane landed at Vantage Airport, located almost 150 kilometers from Paris. But before they could take off, the plane was grounded. The authorities got a tip-off. They learned that some of the passengers were reportedly victims of human trafficking. Throughout the weekend, there was an intensive probe. All passengers were confined at the airport, including a 21-month-old child. Beds, toilets and showers were installed. India too was granted consular access to those on board the flight. The airport soon turned into a makeshift courtroom. Lawyers dealt with passengers. Judges conducted emergency hearings. They decided whether passengers could be held any longer. But soon they found there were irregularities in the probe, so further hearings were scrapped and the passengers were allowed to go. So the flight took off. But reports say 40 of them decided to stay. They applied for asylum in France. So around 250 people are expected to return. The airline denies any claim of a trafficking ring, but reports suggest the passengers were victims of a suspected scheme, possibly an illegal migration scheme. Prosecutors haven't commented on it yet, but reports suggest the ultimate destination for the passengers was the US. They were set to fly to Nicaragua, then travel to Mexico, and cross into the United States from there. Nicaragua is often used as a temporary hopover for migrants because of its relaxed entry requirements. There's been a surge in Indians crossing the Mexico-US border. Until this September, over 40,000 Indians have been arrested. This is for trying to enter the US illegally from Mexico. It's nearly double the number from 2022. And it's not only a dangerous venture, but also an expensive undertaking. Indians pay human traffickers a lot of money, anywhere between $20,000 and $75,000 US. This is to take them from India to America. But flights alone can't get them there. After that, it's long days of trekking, starving, and dealing with authorities, all to get into the United States. So while these Indians may be on their way back home, they are among the lucky ones, because thousands never get this opportunity.